I'm here tonight to share a large part of what makes me who I am. Specifically, I will share with you my experiences in India, especially the month I spent in the slums of Mumbai. While Millbrook has been a great influence in my life, my time in India has had a huge hand in molding me into who you see today. But first, I would like to make sure I paint for you a full picture of India because while poverty exists, there is so much more about the country that also deserves a place in your mind. The first time I traveled to India was in 2010 for my mother and Indian stepfather's wedding. They were married in Fort Kochi on the southern tip of the Indian subcontinent. The event was followed by a month of exploration across the country from the south, through Mumbai, into Hyderabad, past New Delhi, all the way up to Rishikesh in the north. India is actually the richest country I know. While it absolutely is home to large amounts of wealth and millions of modern and intelligent thinkers, just like any other modern or quickly developing country, its richness is really attained through its diversity. In almost every possible way I can think of, India is vibrant in diversity. From the north to the south, its people speak hundreds of different languages and believe in millions of different gods. This level of diversity is what makes India so unique and colorful. When visiting Mumbai, my family received a locals tour of Dharavi, the second largest slum in Asia. While we had expected to find despair, we were instead struck by the amazing resourcefulness and community found there. So years later, when my mom told me a family friend had offered us an opportunity to work there, I was interested. Our friend's mother, Madam Latif, had founded an NGO called SHED in 1982. NGO, by the way, stands for Non-Governmental Organization. Over the years, it has grown to serve 7 of the biggest slums in Mumbai, as well as the tribal villages outside it. Because of my strong interest in photography, we offered to take pictures for them to use when fundraising. I also intended to teach photography to students, but in the end, we found that the development quality was so poor and the process of teaching so disruptive to the regular schedule that we ended up aborting that project. One of the many important things I have learned from India is that if you go there with a plan, you better make sure you are flexible and can go with the flow, because things will change, often for the better. I left home soon after sophomore year with multiple suitcases, each packed full to the brim with pencils, pens, paper, folders, calculators, pencil cases, erasers, markers, and even a few donated laptops that I had collected thanks to the donations of Millbrook, Emma Willard, and DDS. I also brought along a ton of film and an assortment of digital, disposable, and film cameras, which I was able to buy because I had raised around $2,500. Mumbai is a very different sort of city than one you would find in the United States. In an airplane, high enough that the details disappear, it looks like a beach, covered in colorful little fragments of seashells. The closer you get, the more evident it is that Mumbai is really made up of slums, with enormous modern skyscrapers sprinkled occasionally here and there, shooting out of the chaos like fortresses. The municipal services like garbage collection and plumbing are non-existent in the slums. Despite that, all the homes we were invited into were remarkably well kept. Always, we were struck by the dignity of most who lived there. SHED, from the beginning, amazed me. In my life, I have never met a group of people who so clearly lived non sibi sed cunctus. These people really give everything they have to improve the lives of others. They work for the sake of helping others because they deeply believe that everyone deserves an opportunity to live well. We learned quickly that each of these slums, while all equally in need of help, struggle with different primary issues. In Dharavi, the greatest issue is a result of overpopulation. Hundreds of thousands of hungry single male migrants arrive each day from even more impoverished villages in hope of finding work. They often fall victim to diseases, especially HIV, as many become uneducated about STDs and how to prevent them. To combat this issue, SHED sends buses around the slums offering free HIV testing and creating awareness. They host workshops for educating men and sex workers on how to prevent HIV and distribute free condoms as well. Dharavi is also home to SHED's elementary school, which offers which offers a much better education than the public schools. It is also home to a community welfare center, which has a health clinic and counselors to help with family and community disputes. In other slums, the biggest issue is unemployment, resulting in crime. To solve this problem, SHED has established training centers to teach people, especially women, skills for self-sufficiency. Courses are offered in clothes making, beautician arts, fine arts, candy making, computer literacy, and job placement, especially for positions in the service industry. One of the most interesting programs offered are the self-help groups for women. Each member deposits money into a collective account, and then they can vote to loan their members money for needs such as starting a business or dealing with a family emergency. The payback rate is, of course, excellent. Furthermore, the groups are comprised of women from all different religious affiliations, so they help to build understanding and compassion among neighbors. We were also able to travel into some tribal areas north of Mumbai, which suffer primarily from lack of water and malnourishment. SHED has built wells in many villages and also provides similar programs to those in the slums. I could go on, talking about all the different things SHED is doing to help communities, and I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of their hard work. After spending so much time among this remarkable community, it really strikes me how little is different between the people in Dharavi and those here at Millbrook. They are just as smart and even more resourceful than any of us. The only thing that really sets us apart is that we won the lottery of luck. We were born into environments that give us the opportunity to take full advantage of our minds. I suggest you use this opportunity and then go on and do something that will ensure more people receive the same gift. We owe it to them to take full advantage of what we have. By doing this, not only will you have the best time here, but you will also do your small part in making the world a better place. Thank you.